What's good, everyone? Jets take off. The Jets beat the Houston Texans for their third win of the season. Final score 21-14. This is a game that the Jets had to win just because the Texans are about as evenly matched as the Jets are. And this was a great game for our defense to kind of get back on track after giving up 40 plus points, 50 points, all that horrendous stuff throughout the past month. Well, they did a good job keeping Houston to 14 points. And I was concerned heading into this game because Tyrod Taylor is a dual threat quarterback who's actually played pretty well when he's been healthy for the Texans. But we limited him to less than 160 yards. That's, well, passing. Rushing, he had 30 yards on that one big run, but only one play where Tyrod Taylor took off for a big gain. I thought our defense did really well. Now, he did throw a touchdown where Bryce Hall got cooked, so that is kind of a shame just because Bryce Hall is our best cornerback, and we obviously want him to be like the next Reavers or something like that, but it's his first touchdown given up of the season. So what at this point? Still our best guy. And while we're talking about the cornerbacks, I want to give huge credit to Javelin Guidry and Michael Carter II because they really held their ground against the Houston Texans wide receivers like Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins. They did a great job, and it really allowed for the pass rush to get home today. With a guy like Brandon Eccles being out for the Jets, who actually played pretty well for us up until he got hurt, it speaks volume to how the guys in the cornerback room stepped up and accepted the challenge at hand. Now the defensive line, I got to start with John Franklin Myers. As soon as the game started, he really set the tone for the Jets defense. Obviously, the sack, which he got first, and then the tipped up pass in the air that he picked off for an interception and got us into their own red zone. Wow, that really was energizing and honestly very exciting. It reminded me a lot of that Shaq Lawson play against the Bengals, and obviously we know what happened there. Same type of play, and we won today. Just a little fun, little tidbit. But anyways, he also had another sack later on in the game, and then Quinnen Williams was disrupting the center and guards. I mean, when they were showing the replay so many times, you could see Quinnen Williams just bull rushing the center and getting home to Tyrod Taylor. So we really put him under a lot of stress after the Titans failed to do so last week, and that's the reason why they won, and the reason why they lost today is because our defensive line was dominating up front. Now, we did give up some solid rushes to the Texans, but other than that, we did a very good job on defense. I think there's a lot to like about our defensive performance that Jeff Ulbrich put on today. So we got to give credit to Jeff Ulbrich because we've given him a lot of heat the past few games, and deservedly so, but today he really did a great job. Now, with the offense, Zach Wilson in his first game back, how do I think he looked? In the first half, Zach Wilson did not look good. He did not. He had one drive in the second quarter that was pretty good. I think it was like a 61-yard drive. Looked okay, but the second half was really when he started to kind of click a little bit more, have some more confidence, be able to make the throws, because he was missing early on. His accuracy wasn't there. It looked like he was his mental clock wasn't there either. He was getting sacked. He was kind of throwing it a little bit too early, a little bit over people's heads, but he really did settle down in the second half after that ugly toss interception to Ty Johnson. That was a bad play. It was a bad play, but if you look at the screenshot, when he was about to toss it to him, Ty Johnson was looking at him, and then Ty Johnson just turns completely looking to block for him, so I understand what he's trying to do there, but it's too much. It's 3rd and 18. It's not going to be a first down. Just slide, get 2 yards, and then just punt, live to see another set of downs. So I thought he had very good power on the ball. I thought he was ripping it, man. Now, was it accurate all the time? No, that's something I want to see improved. I think mechanics can really do a long way with that. I'd still like him to improve a little bit, but I was pleasantly surprised, though, by Wilson progressing through his reads a little bit more than we usually see, and him getting down to some of the shallower routes. But he did miss a few big plays down the field, as noted on the broadcast, but you know what? It's whatever. I'll take one turnover the whole game. Maybe there was another play that should have been that the linebacker just dropped, but he only threw one pick on the day. I can live with one turnover and a victory. He also had a rushing touchdown. Can we talk about that? I love that play because it shows the grit and how he was willing to sacrifice his body to get the touchdown because he's coming off a PCL injury. And he said, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to make up for some of my missed throws. I'm going to take it in and I'm going to get the contact. You'd love to see that. Now, do we want to see that for his entire career? No, because then he's going to get hurt more. So, just something to mention, but that rushing touchdown was very nice, reminiscent of some of Sam Darnold's keepers. Just saying. But in also regards to Wilson, it looked like he might have re-aggravated his injury a little bit. There was a play where we were backed up in our own end zone. He was rolling out. and he took like a 6-yard loss on the play, but when he was going out of bounds, he kind of twisted his body a little bit weirdly, and it impacted his knee. He was being looked at by the sideline, and in that moment, I was panicking because if Zach Wilson is hurt, the season is basically lost. Because I like Joe Flacco, but I don't want to see him play the whole season. So I thought Zach Wilson, it shows a little bit more grit too, that he did kind of fight through the injury a little bit because it was still bugging him, obviously. So I like that. He was a fighter. He wanted to be on the field. That's something. Now hopefully he can just stack good performances on good performances. Was this a good performance? It was fine for him being in his first game back after missing a month. It really was fine. Now, hopefully next week, obviously we can see some more throwing touchdowns from him and some more accuracy, but also in whole regards to the offense, we ran the football very, very well today, at least in my opinion. Tevin Coleman, he did a fine job. There were some plays where obviously you could see us missing the presence of Michael Carter, where he'd break a few tackles and turn a loss into a positive play. Ty Johnson did pretty well too. And then the guy who we just elevated, he also did a great job. He had a rushing touchdown. It's what you like to see. I really wanted Mike LaFleur to establish the run coming into this game. It was one of my keys to the game because Zach Wilson was making his first start. So what you have to do to take the pressure off his shoulders is be able to run the football effectively and into the end zone, and that's what we did. So huge credit to Mike LaFleur there. Now I do have to bring this up. One negative from the game was the time management and the timeout usage by Robert Saleh in the fourth quarter. That was pretty inexcusable. We call a timeout on 3rd and 8 because none of our players could get set. And then it becomes 4th and 1, and we're about to kick the field goal, which is like a 35-yarder. He already burned a timeout like one play before it. So what does he do? He calls a timeout, changes his mind, decides to go for it. In the end, it all ended up working out, but it's still something that I want to mention because, he's still learning. Is it ugly to see him burn his timeouts like that inefficiently? Yeah. Is it something that needs to get fixed by next year? Certainly it does. But he is learning on the job. It's a little bit frustrating, though, reminiscent of Todd Bowles and his whole situation with timeouts, which I could go on about forever. Still clear in my head, but anyways. Overall, I thought the team did pretty well. Special teams, missed kicks. Matt Amendola might be gone, honestly. Let's just get a new body in there. He has the leg, but if he's not making field goals, he should probably get off the team. So let me know what you think. My MVP, obviously, is John Franklin Myers from this game. But I thought the whole team played pretty well, and we got a nice victory. It must feel good for the guys. And is it like beating the Tennessee Titans? No. Is it like beating the Bengals? No. But a win's a win, and hopefully can boost the morale of this team, and maybe we can get some little momentum going on with the offense and the defense to look forward to next season. Kind of like what we did in 2019, going 6-2 in the final games. Hopefully the situation is different and we don't have to go through that 2-14 season the next year. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, this is a good game. If you're a Jets fan, we saw progress, and that's what we all want. Hopefully Zach Wilson can keep on progressing as the weeks go on and as he's playing football again. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear everything and anything, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.